The following program is brought to you by Be Connected, Every Australian Online, and Frontier Home Tech Support. Can I help you? Hello everybody, welcome to today's technology session. It's a special recording this time so that you can watch it on your internal channel, which is 101 in most people's cases, or you can catch up on YouTube if you happen to miss this episode live. So today we are going to look at things you can do with your smartphone and your tablets. And in particular, we're going to look at apps or applications or programs. But most people these days know them as apps. So we are going to visit the Be Connected website and have a look and see if we can find a topic that covers the apps. And we will find a topic. And once we've done that, we'll go through the topic. If you have your tablet or smartphone with you, you can do the exercises as we go through them, and this is the same for if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android phone or tablet. The steps are pretty much the same, but we do cover both ways of doing things. So to get things started, we're going to share our screen, and so we'll just bring the screen up on there. So if this is working correctly, you should be able to see a Google search engine on your screen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and find the Be Connected website. Now there's two easy ways you can do this. One way is to click on the microphone here. You can probably see where my mouse is. And you can click on that and you can just say what you're looking for. For example, we could say the Be Connected website. Another way you can do it, and a more common way, is to simply type it into the search bar. And that's what we're going to do now. So Be Connected. And you can see it comes up in the search results there, and we're just going to do a general one just to bring up a search results page. This page shows a number of different results here. We've got Be Connected website at number 3, or that's the network. That's not the one we're looking for. That's more for businesses. But you can see up the top here, number 1 is Be Connected. Be Connected is an Australian-wide initiative empowering Australians to thrive in a digital world. That sounds like the one we're looking for. So we'll click on this blue link at the top here, and that will bring up the Be Connected website. And here it is. So now we can start looking for what we wanted to cover today, which is apps. Now, if you have already signed up to Be Connected, this would be where you go to the sign in button over on the top right-hand side here, and you could sign in and just save your progress. If you haven't joined yet, this would be where you would go to join the network. What we're going to do today, though, is we're just going to have one look at one thing. So we'll go to the topic library and we'll have a look and see if we can find our apps. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can just quickly type it into here, applications or apps, but we are actually going to scroll down so we can have a quick look at some of the other things that are available here. And getting to know your device, getting started online, safety first, more online skills, connecting to others. That would be a good one to cover a bit later on. Online hobbies, mobile networks, all about apps. This sounds like the one that we're looking for. So I think what we need to do is we need to find out what is an app. So we can click here and go straight into it, or we can click on Explore and we'll just we'll just start going through this tutorial and we'll find out a little bit more about apps. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. Wondering what all the fuss is about? This topic takes you into the world of apps or applications, the little amazing programs that can help you do almost anything. So as you can see, when we go down here, it's actually a course. So there's a number of different topics to cover in the course. We're just covering this main one here is what is an app, just to answer that question. So in this course, we take a look at what apps do, why we need them, which apps need the internet access, and which ones can work happily without it. We also learn how to stay safe when downloading and using apps. Let's have a look. Okay, so as you can see, when we get to this page here, we have a nice big prompt here asking you to sign in to save your progress. And once you complete the course, you get yourself a certificate. That sounds pretty cool. We're not doing that today though. We are going to find out what is an app. So let's get started. So what is an app? These days, it seems that everyone is talking about apps. You may have already heard of them, or you may be wondering what they are and why they are important. In this activity, we'll explain what an app is. While there are apps for laptop and desktop computers, this activity will focus on apps for mobile devices like smartphones and tablets. Right, let's get into this. So there's a picture of a smartphone. Now, there's not much difference between smartphones these days, so it doesn't matter whether you have an iPhone or an Android phone. You'll learn about apps and you'll be able to download an app once you've done this course. So what is an app? The word app is short for application. That's what computer programmers call their programs. So app is just another name for a computer program. Because your smartphone or tablet is a type of computer, everything it does needs a program or app. An app is usually represented by a small picture known as an icon on the screen of your device. So what does an app do? Like a computer program, an app is designed to do something special. That might be a single task or a number of related tasks. Most smartphones, for example, have a weather app, which provides the day's forecast. Of course, all smartphones also have a phone app, which you can use to make calls. There are millions of apps designed to do many different things. What uses apps? Smartphones, tablets, laptops, and desktop computers use apps. An app usually does the same thing regardless of the exercise you are using or the device you are using. All smartphones and tablets, for example, use a browser app for going onto the internet, just like computers do. The way an app looks or behaves on a mobile device, however, can be different to a laptop or desktop computer. Apps for mobile devices. Smartphone and tablet apps are designed to be used on a small screen, not the large screen of a laptop or desktop computer. That means an app appears or behaves slightly differently on a mobile device, even if it does the same thing as a laptop or computer app. Some of the features might be hidden in a menu or may not even be included. Apps that need the internet. The main job of many apps is to provide you with information from the internet. For example, a Maps app gets location and direction information from the internet. For these types of apps to work, your smartphone or tablet needs either a home Wi-Fi or mobile data connection to the internet. Here's an e-safety tip: apps using your mobile data. Most of these types of apps only use a little data, but some can use a lot. It pays to keep a check on what apps can do when you are out and about, so as not to use your mobile data allowance unnecessarily. We have tips and tricks on how to do this later on in this course. Well, you better not go away then. You better hang on and let's find out what tips and tricks we have. Apps don't need the internet. Many apps that don't need the internet get information from the internet. So your mobile device doesn't need a home Wi-Fi or mobile data connection for them to work. The calculator in your smartphone is an example of an app that doesn't need the internet to work. Well done. You've reached the end of what is an app activity. You've learned that an app is similar to a computer program, but designed to work on a small screen of a smartphone or tablet. You've also learned that while some apps don't need the internet to work, many apps do. So next up, we're going to find out what apps can do for us in the activity, which is, what can I do with an app? So at the end of each activity, we go back to the menu. So let's go back to the menu. And we're up to number 2 now, which is, what can I do with an app? There are millions of apps for smartphones and tablets, and they can do tens of thousands of different things. In this course, we'll see what some of those things are. This should be interesting. With more than 5 million mobile apps to choose from, there really is an app for just about anything you might want to know or do on a smartphone or tablet. There are millions of apps to entertain, inform, organize, and help you get things done. On the next slide, there is a video to see just some of them in action. So let's have a look. This will be good. I like the little videos. I'll make it full screen so that you can see it all properly. Let's have a look.
With more than 5 million to choose from, there's an app for just about everything. Here is what some apps can do. To open an app, tap on its icon. Let's open the ABC iView app. The ABC iView app lets you catch up on TV shows and movies you might have missed. When you find something interesting, tap on it to read more about the video. You can watch clips or even whole episodes of shows for free. Let's have a look at another type of app. The Google Maps app helps you find your way around. You can search for directions or even just check your current location. You can play games like Spider Solitaire for entertainment. Perfect for long train trips or simply relaxing at home. Many government services can be accessed from an app. You can even claim your Medicare refund. To stay in touch with family and friends, you can send text and photo messages to friends using an SMS messaging app. It's great for keeping in touch or even just saying hi. If you want to video chat, the FaceTime app on the iPhone lets you make video calls. So you can see who you're talking to and they can see you. If you'd rather not be seen, you can also use FaceTime just for voice calling. With so many different types of apps, the things you can do on a smartphone or tablet are almost endless.
Right, there we go. Now, they did mention the FaceTime app there, which is the Apple or iPhone version of communication things. There's also or the Facebook Messenger app, the Google Hangouts app, WhatsApp, Skype, Zoom. There are hundreds of different apps. Apps to entertain you. Catch up with TV shows on apps such as ABC iView and SBS On Demand. Listen to local radio programs with ABC Listen and SBS Radio. Or explore radio stations from all around the world with the TuneIn app. Apps for information. Want to get around? The Google Maps app will give you directions. The Opal Travel app will tell you which New South Wales public transport options to catch. When they arrive and depart, okay, so we're in Victoria, so we would use the PT app, or PTV, I think it's called, Public Transport Victoria. It does the same thing. It tells you when trams, trains, buses are arriving, what routes to use. You can use the journey planner and plan your journeys. A very useful app. Apps for important services. Lots of government services are available with apps, including Express Plus Medicare and MyGov Access. You can manage your bank accounts and pay bills with apps from all the major banks. Shopping apps. Apps from favourite department stores, bookshops, supermarkets, pharmacies, and more make it easy to buy what you need from your smartphone or tablet. All you need is an account and a credit card or linked bank account. And most shopping apps take care of the rest, including delivery to your home. Here's an e-safety tip. Apps that keep your credit card details. Many shopping apps offer to keep your credit card details securely on record in your account settings. This is to make it easier for you to use them next time. But you don't have to agree to this. You can choose to enter your credit card details for each purchase if you prefer. You can always change this in your settings if you change your mind later. Apps to keep you connected. On a smartphone, even making and receiving calls uses an app. Other apps that are great for connecting include SMS messaging app, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and email. You can make video and voice calls using Skype or FaceTime or Google Hangouts or Duo, or there's many others, including Zoom. You can explore the internet with your phone or tablet's web browser as well. Apps to keep you up to date. Did you know that the calendar app on a smartphone can remind you of birthdays, important appointments, and even daily tasks, such as taking medication? You can even set repeat reminders so you never need to worry about forgetting an important date or event. Apps to check the time. The clock app on your phone can be incredibly helpful. It can wake you up in the morning, count down cooking times, and provide international time zone information for calling friends and family overseas. Hey Google, what is the time in Israel?
The time in Israel is 3:23 a.m.
Okay, so I won't be making any calls to Israel at the moment, but it's handy to know what the time is just by asking. Apps for everyday fun. The number and type of game apps is endless. There are card games, strategy games, word games, chess, arcade games, and more. Whatever your taste, you're sure to find something amusing. Well done. You've come to the end of what can I do with an app activity. You've learnt that the things you can do with an app are nearly endless. An app can help you find your way around, obtain government services, entertain yourself and communicate, and so much more. Next up, we'll find out how and where you get your apps from in the Where Do I Get My Apps activity. Okay, so what we can do now is if you do have your device with you, you can put it in front of you, unless of course you're watching this on your device, then it doesn't matter. But if you do have your device with you, you can probably try and do some of these things as we go through the tutorial. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Where do I get apps? Where do you find apps and how do you get them onto your device? It's a process. Is the process the same regardless of the device you use? And are there any apps you should avoid? In this activity, we'll answer all those questions. So we're looking at Apple devices for starters, the App Store for Apple devices. On an iPhone or iPad, to get new apps, you use the App Store. The App Store is a computer program itself or an app that is already on your iPhone. Tapping on the App Store icon, the small image on your screen will open the App Store, and when you can search for apps by name or category and see apps recommended by the store. There it is. That's the App Store. 3 sticks in a triangle, making the letter A, of course. Okay, the Play Store. This is for Android devices. To get new apps on an Android phone, you use a program called the Play Store, which is an app itself, but has already been installed onto your phone. Tapping on the Play Store icon opens the Play Store, where you can see recommended apps and explore different categories of apps. You can also search for an app by entering its name into a search bar. So most Android phones would be the phone that you have. If you have a smartphone, that is not an iPhone. So the most popular Android phones are the Samsung phones, but you've also have HTC, Oppo, LG headphones as well, Motorola. There's lots of different models. Even Google has their own Pixel phones. So if you don't have an iPhone, you'll have an Android phone and you'll be going to the Play Store to get your apps. So for starters, let's find an iPhone app. Let's see how to find a game for an iPhone on the App Store. In the next slide, there's going to be a video. Don't worry, Android users. There's another video after that to show how to get the same thing on an Android phone. So let's go and have a look. We'll watch this little video on how to download a game from the App Store.
You can get new apps for an iPhone or iPad from the App Store. The App Store is Apple's official online marketplace for apps. Tap the App Store icon on the home screen of your device to get started. From the App Store, you can find an app by tapping the search icon. It looks like a magnifying glass. You can search by tapping the microphone icon on the keyboard and saying the name of the app you want to find. Or, if you prefer, you can search by typing the name of the app into the search bar using the on-screen keyboard. We're going to search for Spider Solitaire. Tap the search bar and start typing in the name of the app. As you start typing, you will see suggestions appear. When Spider Solitaire appears in the list, tap it and it will automatically complete the rest of the typing for you. A list of apps that match your search appears. You will find that there are many different apps of the same type available for you to choose from. The most popular will appear at the top. Most of the apps are free. Free apps have a Get button or a download icon next to them. The download icon looks like a cloud. Tapping Get or the download icon downloads the app to your iPhone. A small circle appears showing the download progress. Once installed, you can tap Open to start the app on your device. Some apps show a dollar amount instead of the cloud icon. This is how much the app costs. To buy the app, tap on the price. A box will appear on screen, confirming you wish to buy the app and showing your details. You will probably have to enter a PIN or use some other type of identification, such as your fingerprint, to authorize the payment and download the app.
Okay, so people with iPhones and iPads, did you try and find the app? If not, you can try again using the same steps as our Android people are about to do once they watch this video here. So if you have your device with you, see if you can follow the instructions and download the app.
You can get new apps for an Android phone or tablet from the Play Store. The Play Store is an online marketplace for apps. Tap the Play Store icon on the home screen of your device to get started. From the Play Store, you can find an app by entering its name into the search bar. To find an app, tap the search bar. A keyboard will appear, so you can type in what you are searching for. We're going to start typing Spider Solitaire. As you start typing, you will see suggestions appear. When Spider Solitaire appears on the list, tap it and it will automatically complete the rest of the typing for you. A list of Spider Solitaire apps appears. Scroll down through the list. You will find that there are many different apps of the same type available for you to choose from. The most popular will appear at the top. Tap the Spider Solitaire app that you want. It will open a product page with more information about the app. If the app is free, tap the Install button to get the app onto your device. A progress bar will appear, showing the download and install. Once installed, you can tap Open to start the app on your device. To find more Spider Solitaire apps, tap the back arrow. If the app costs money, the Install button will be replaced with a button showing the price. Tap on it to buy the app. You will need to authorize the Play Store to charge your payment method, which might require you to scan your fingerprint or enter a password.
Okay, there we go. So I hope you had success there trying to download that Spider Solitaire game from the App Store and the Play Store. The good thing about apps is that most apps are free. While most apps are free, some are not. It's easy to tell which apps you need to pay for, though, and how much they cost. If an app is free from the App Store or Play Store, it will have an install button next to it. If an app is not free, the price will display on a button alongside it. Many apps show advertisements. This is how the app developer earns money from a free app. Some paid apps have the same content as free apps, just without the advertisements. Ads can appear frequently when you're using a free app, but it will save you money if you can tolerate them. To make an ad go away, tap the small cross in the corner to learn more about the ad. Just tap on it. Here it is. Here's an e-safety tip. Only get apps from official stores. The official App Store and Play Store take steps to ensure that apps won't harm your device or steal your information. However, you still need to be vigilant in checking the publisher details of any app before downloading. For banking apps, you could also visit the bank's own secure websites and follow the link to their app from there. While you can get Android apps from other places, you should not. Those apps could do bad things to your phone and your personal data. Oh, here's a bit of a quiz. Is it safe to download apps from non-official stores? What's everybody saying? Yes, all apps are safe, so it doesn't matter where you get them from. No, it's not. You should only download apps from official stores. All right, I think that's what most people are saying. So let's click on no, it's not and see what happens. This is correct. Apps downloaded from non-official sources could steal your personal information and or harm your device. And we don't want that to happen. Well done. You've reached the end of Where Do I Get Apps activity. You have learnt how to find an app for an iPhone and an Android phone, and how to tell which apps are free and which are not. You will also know not to install an app obtained from anywhere other than the two official stores, the App Store or the Play Store. So maybe we should look at being safer with apps. It's pretty important. So returning to the start, here we are. Okay, we have just enough time to do this last one here, which is being safer with apps. So we'll whiz through it and make sure we know the important bits. With reasonable care, your smartphone can help you in many more ways than just making calls, but it can also present some risks. In this activity, we'll help you understand how to reduce risks by using apps and your mobile devices safely. Only use apps from official stores. Apps for your iPhone or iPad should only ever be obtained from the App Store, while apps for Android devices should only be obtained from the Play Store. Apps obtained from anywhere else may well be dangerous and could try to misuse your information or put a computer virus in your phone. Only use official government and banking apps. When you're using apps for government and banking services, you're dealing with your most sensitive and valuable information. You should only ever use official apps for this purpose. Those are apps created by the government department or by your bank. How to check for an official app. To check an app is official, look for the name of the publisher on the information page of the app, the App Store and Play Store, and on the search page, that's in the Play Store only. For example, when you see Commonwealth Bank of Australia as a publisher for that banking app, or Department of Human Services for the MyGov Access app, you can be sure you've found the official apps. Search stores for official government apps. You can find official government apps on the Play Store and App Store by searching for the publisher. For example, entering Australian Government in the search bar presents a list of official Australian government apps. Don't scroll down too far, however, because apps from other sources appear at the bottom of the list. Why do they want my personal details? Well, it makes sense for a banking or government services app to ask for your personal details, and many apps will ask for permission to obtain your location from your phone. It's usually safe to agree to this, and transport apps and Google Maps, for example, they need your location to work accurately. So when do you give personal details? Even though apps obtained through the App Store or Play Store are generally safe, you should still be careful. When an app asks for your personal information or for permission to do something, make sure you understand why it is required. So in this example here, the Australian government wants to know your location. A shop like Officeworks or Harvey Norman or JB Hi-Fi or even Google Maps, they need to know your location so that they can deliver you the service that's customized to you, because they need to know where you live if they want to deliver you or deliver to you or deliver you in a journey on the maps. So there are some situations where you can give an app permission to access your information. When not to give personal details. Sometimes apps ask for things that don't seem right. One app for a recent computer exhibition wanted permission to make and manage phone calls and would not work without that permission. This is an app you would be wise to delete. It's possible these things won't cause problems, but you should ask yourself whether you need the app enough to take that chance. Some apps are safer than others. Following the news is a good way to stay informed about problem apps. Be alert to reports about apps that misuse personal information. Also, look out for apps that make protecting your information a priority over their service or a priority of their service. If security and privacy are a company's main selling point, it's likely to be more careful with your data. Be careful with free public Wi-Fi. Free public Wi-Fi can be a convenient way to access the internet while you're out and about, but it's not very secure. It's best not to use any apps that require a password when you're using free public Wi-Fi. Not your bank, not for a government service, not even for the App Store or Play Store. In this situation, if you wanted to do banking or anything like that, it's best to just use your cellular account, as people would call them, or your mobile data account, and just because it's encrypted and it's linked to your telephone provider. Congratulations, well done. You've now reached the end of Being Safer with Apps activity. Coming up next, if you're registered or logged in to the Be Connected website, you'll be able to take a short quiz. So if some of you have already logged in and followed this, you can take the quiz now. But for the purpose of today, that is basically all we wanted to do, is just to show you this thing so we could learn all a bit about apps. And I found that interesting as well. And that's what I love about technology, is there's always new bits and pieces out there. I really enjoy working with technology, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. So actually we've run out of time. I would love to have sessions like this that have a Q&A at the end so you can ask questions. And when I'm with you live, that's exactly what we do. So if we were live, we might not have even got as far as what we did. But we did very well. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And remember to look out for further episodes, either through the internal channel, if you can get these episodes on 101, or you can look up at YouTube. I have a channel called Frontier, and these episodes are usually uploaded a couple of days after their broadcast. So keep an eye out for that. And in one of the episodes, I might even show you how to find them. But anyway, look, thank you very much for watching today's show and joining our session remotely. And we look forward to catching up with you again very soon. But until then, enjoy your internet and have fun. Bye. The Frontier Home Tech Support Show is brought to you by Be Connected. There's never been a better time to get online.